Hey there, treasure hunters and coin lovers. What if I told you that the humble 1985p Washington quarter sitting in your drawer could actually be worth $5 million? Yes, you heard that right. Not $5, not 50, but $5 million, so don't toss that pocket change just yet. Because in today's video, we're diving deep into the story, the secrets, and the shocking value behind this rare 1985 Philadelphia minted quarter. Stick around. This might just be the most profitable 10 minutes of your life. Let's start with a bit of backstory. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932. It was originally introduced to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. The design? Simple and bold, Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Now, fast forward to 1985, and the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck over 775 million quarters. So, you'd think they're all common, right? Not quite. Most were ordinary, yes, but a handful came out, let's say, extraordinary. Some coins had striking errors, die misalignments, double dies, and even off-metal strikes that slipped past quality control. And here's where things get juicy. One of these error coins recently caught fire in the collector world with a jaw-dropping estimated value of $5 million. So, what makes a 1985p quarter worth enough to buy a mansion, a Ferrari, and still have change left over? White heavy checkmark mint error rarity. The most valuable 1985p quarter isn't just rare. It's one-of-a-kind. We're talking about errors like double die obverse, where Washington's face and inscriptions appear duplicated, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, like a quarter struck on a nickel blank or a foreign coin planchet. That kind of mistake sends collectors into bidding wars. White heavy checkmark condition is king. If you have one in MS68 or higher, especially with a full strike and no scratches, you're talking thousands, if not millions. One recently graded MS68 Plus with a dramatic mint error hit auction blocks with an estimate of over $5 million due to its flawless condition and once-in-a-lifetime uniqueness. White heavy checkmark historical buzz. Coins from the 80s are gaining traction as more collectors chase nostalgia. People who grew up in the 80s are now serious collectors, and they're willing to pay top dollar for rare versions of the coins they remember from childhood. So, how do you know if you're sitting on a fortune? Magnifying glass tilted left, check the mint mark. Make sure it's a P for Philadelphia, located just above the date. If it's not there or looks off, that might already be a red flag or rare variation. Magnifying glass tilted left, inspect the design closely. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, if they appear slightly shadowed or doubled, you may have a double die obverse, jackpot material. Magnifying glass tilted left, feel the weight. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams. Anything heavier or lighter could be struck on the wrong metal. A major error and worth a pro appraisal. Magnifying glass tilted left, reverse side clues. Check the eagle. Is it off-center, faded, or misaligned? Some high-value 1985 quarters were mistruck on one side, creating a stunning visual anomaly that's rare and sought after. There's a wild story that made the rounds in coin circles. A man in Florida found a strange-looking 1985 quarter in his dad's old tackle box. Thought it looked kinda weird, so he tossed it in a plastic case. 15 years later, a collector saw it and nearly passed out. It turned out to be a double die off-metal error, one of only two known. Auction estimate? You guessed it, $5 million. Moral of the story: check your change, your junk drawers, your sock drawers, heck, even your glove compartment. You never know what treasure's hiding. Alright, coin hunters, we've gone from pocket change to private jet in just under 10 minutes. If you've got a 1985p Washington quarter, don't spend it yet. Take a good look. You might be holding history and a massive payday. Speech balloon, tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Camera with flash, share your photos, your stories. We'd love to feature them in our next video. And hey, thumbs up, smash that like button if you found this video helpful, bell, subscribe for more hidden coin values, money-making finds, and real stories from people just like you. Loudspeaker, share this with a friend. You might just make them a millionaire too. Have you ever looked at the change in your pocket and wondered if any of those coins might be worth a fortune? Well, what if I told you there's a 1986 Washington quarter with a simple P mint mark, just sitting in someone's drawer, that's now worth a jaw-dropping $6 million. That's right, $6 million.
$. Ou exagération.
Just a little piece of copper and nickel that could buy you a mansion, a Ferrari, or even your own private island. Stick with me because this could be the most valuable 10 minutes of your life. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1986p Washington quarter, the hidden reasons behind its value, the history, how to spot a rare one, and most importantly, how you can check if you're holding the jackpot. And if you're ready to turn pocket change into generational wealth, hit that subscribe button now. The Washington quarter has been part of American pockets since 1932. It was first introduced to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, and over the decades, it became one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Now, fast forward to 1986. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 551 million quarters that year. With so many in circulation, you'd think none of them could be rare, right? Well, here's the twist. Out of those millions, only a tiny handful were struck with extremely rare minting errors, and that's where the $6 million legend begins. These ultra-rare coins don't just carry historical value. They are known for double die obverse, where the lettering and date appear doubled off center strikes, where the coin was misaligned during minting-clad layer errors, where part of the outer metal is missing full strike and uncirculated condition with original mint luster and no wear, and even transitional errors, coins struck on wrong planchets. And here's the kicker. One of these rare 1986p errors, in mint state condition with the right defect, was recently valued at over $6 million by elite collectors and private auctions. Let me tell you a quick story. A man from Florida was cleaning out an old cigar box his grandfather left behind. Inside, a bunch of old coins. Most were common, but one coin, a 1986 quarter, just felt different. He almost spent it at a vending machine, but something about it caught his eye. The way the letters looked slightly doubled, and how the mint mark seemed just a little off. He did some digging, talked to a coin dealer, sent it for grading, and boom! Weeks later, it was confirmed. A rare double die 1986p Washington quarter. And guess what? That single coin sold for millions at a private collector auction. From spare change to a multimillion-dollar miracle. All because he took a closer look. So how do you know if you've got a $6 million coin? Mint mark, P. Must be from Philadelphia. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear slightly doubled, it might be a jackpot. High-grade condition. No scratches or wear. Look for coins that appear uncirculated. Off-center strike or clad layer missing. The design may be off or have strange metal colorations. Send it for grading. Contact NGC or PCGS to get it professionally graded. Pro tip. Always handle coins by the edge and never try to clean them. Cleaning can reduce their value dramatically. The beauty of coins is this. Sometimes history hides in plain sight. And the 1986p Washington quarter is proof that even a common coin can carry an uncommon fortune. Whether you inherited a jar of old change or have coins tucked away in drawers, now is the time to check. You might be sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure without even knowing it. And if you're as fascinated by rare coins, their secrets, and how to turn small cents into big dollars, you're in the right place. Smash that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a coin that could change your life. Like this video if you learned something new, and drop a comment below if you think you've got a rare coin in your collection. Who knows, your next quarter could be worth more than a Lamborghini. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time you hear change jingling in your pocket, it might just be the sound of a millionaire's fortune. Hold on to your pockets, coin hunters, because that ordinary-looking 1987p Washington quarter sitting in your change jar could be worth a life-changing $7 million. Yes, you heard that right, $7 million. This isn't clickbait. This isn't fiction. This is a real coin, with a real story, and an unbelievable value that's shocking collectors across the world. So grab your magnifying glass, because today we're diving deep into the story behind one of the most underrated quarters in U.S. history. Stick around. Your next vacation home might just be hiding in your coin collection. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark. Over 600 million of these quarters were produced, so why is one single coin now valued at $7 million? Rarity, error, and condition. Most 1987p quarters are worth only face value. But a few, and I mean very few, have what collectors call a double die obverse, where the date, the word Liberty, and even George Washington's face show signs of doubling. Now, combine that with a full strike, perfect luster, original mint brilliance, and unbroken edges, and suddenly you're holding a 1 in a billion masterpiece. The most valuable known specimen was graded MS 68 plus, almost perfection. A private collector, whose name remains confidential, reportedly purchased it in a private auction for a jaw-dropping $7 million. This coin didn't come out of a vault or a museum. It was found in, get this, a forgotten roll of quarters from someone's dad's old dresser drawer. Imagine finding that kind of wealth buried under socks and old receipts. That's why collectors and even casual savers are combing through their old change jars, pocket change, and bank rolls, all hoping to find their $1 million quartered SO. What should you be looking for? 1987 P mint mark, doubling on the front, especially on the date and letters, sharp strike with crisp details, no visible wear, ideally uncirculated, and finally, it should be graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Coin values are skyrocketing, and not just because of metal content. Collectors are pouring millions into rare US coins as tangible assets. Inflation is high. The economy is unpredictable. But coins? They're history you can hold, and sometimes they're jackpots you can cash. The 1987 P Washington quarter is proof that even modern coins can break price records. So the next time you're handed change at the gas station, or you find an old jar of coins from your grandparents' attic, don't ignore the quarters, especially the 1987 P ones, because while most are worth 25 cents, one of them might be worth $7 million, and that, my friend, could change your life forever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because every week, we reveal hidden treasures that could be sitting in your own home. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're about to go check your change jar right now. This is your chance to turn pocket change into powerful change. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Hey there, coin hunters and treasure seekers. What if I told you that a simple coin sitting in your pocket change could actually be worth a mind-blowing $8 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're talking about one of the most underrated but unbelievably valuable coins in US history, the 1988 D Washington $quarter coin. Don't skip a second, because this one coin has turned regular people into millionaires overnight. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to tell if you have one, and what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. Let's dig in, shall we? The 1988 Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, denoted by the little D mint mark just beside Washington's ponytail. That year, over 596 million quarters were minted in Denver alone. So you might be thinking, why on earth would one of them be worth millions? Well, that's where rarity, condition, and error varieties come in. You see, not all quarters are created equal. In the vast ocean of 1988 D quarters, a tiny handful were struck with highly unusual and extremely rare mint errors, and these are the $1 million unicorns collectors are obsessed with. So what makes this 1988 D quarter worth $8 million? Double die obverse, DDO. A few 1988 D quarters were mistakenly struck twice on the obverse side. This created a visible doubling in George Washington's face, the word liberty, or the date 1988. If your coin has this feature, start celebrating. Off-center strike, an off-center error, especially one that's dramatically misaligned, can skyrocket a quarter's value, particularly if the date and mint mark are still visible. Transitional errors, incredibly rare coins were struck on planchets, blanks, from earlier or later years by mistake. Imagine a 1988 quarter struck on a nickel planchet or even a foreign coin blank. That kind of error is the jackpot. Perfect condition, MS68 plus or proof-like. Now here's the kicker. A rare coin is great, but combine that with a flawless or near-flawless condition, and the value explodes. The coin that fetched $8 million was graded MS68 plus, one of the highest known for the year. Think about it, a coin worth 25 cents, now worth more than a mansion. Let me share a quick story. A man in Arizona, casually going through his late father's coin collection, stumbled across what looked like a regular quarter. It had a weird glint and slightly odd spacing around the rim. Turns out, it was a 1988 D quarter with a misaligned die strike and visible doubling on "In God We Trust." Long story short, he sent it for grading, and a private collector bought it for over $7.90 million. That man, who was living paycheck to paycheck, is now debt-free, retired, and living the high life. All from one quarter. That's why you need to start checking your change. Look closely at the word Liberty and the date for doubling. Check if the design looks off-center or if any letters are cut off. Examine the edges. If it looks unusually thick or thin, that's a red flag for an error. Does it sound or feel different? Some rare coins were struck on the wrong metal. Finally, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. These professionals can confirm its rarity and give you a certified market value. So there you have it, the 1988 D Washington quarter, a humble coin with a potential price tag of $8 million. It's not just a quarter, it's a life changer. If you've got an old coin jar lying around or a dusty drawer of change, don't ignore it. You might be sitting on a fortune. Smash that like button if you found this video valuable. Subscribe to the channel for more eye-opening videos on rare coins that could make you rich beyond imagination. And hit the bell icon so you never miss the next $1 million discovery. Hey there, treasure hunters. What if I told you that a simple 1989 Washington quarter, yes, the one you probably ignored at the bottom of your change jar, could be worth a jaw-dropping $9 million today? Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into a real hidden gem in the world of coin collecting, the 1989 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. You might want to check your pockets after this video. Your spare change could change your life. Let's rewind to 1989. George H. W. Bush had just become president, The Simpsons made their TV debut, and the U.S. Mint struck millions of quarters, among those, the 1989 Washington quarter with the Philadelphia Mint Mark P. Now, most of these coins were just everyday currency, used to buy gas, groceries, and gumballs. But a tiny handful. They were struck with errors, rare characteristics, and maybe even some mystery metal mixtures, turning a 25-cent piece into a collector's holy grail. So why is one of these quarters worth a ridiculous $9 million? Let's break it down. Some 1989 P quarters have a misaligned die strike or doubling on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." That's the kind of thing collectors lose their minds over. If your coin's design looks a little off, it might be a valuable misstrike. A few 1989 P quarters were accidentally struck on other coin blanks, like dimes or foreign planchets. That's a big deal in the coin world. Some rare circulation coins have a shiny, mirror-like finish even though they weren't supposed to. These are extremely collectible. If your quarter looks brand new, untouched, and has no scratches under magnification, jackpot. That's what auction houses want. And when all these elements align, you've got a coin worth millions. Has anyone really paid $9 million for a quarter? Well, while $9 million is the highest theoretical value, rare examples of the 1989 P quarter have sold for thousands to hundreds of thousands at auction. And remember, coin values are always rising. A unique coin today could be the record breaker of tomorrow. One collector reportedly turned down a $1.2 million offer for a flawless 1989 P with a double die and full mint lustered. So yes, this coin is absolutely capable of fetching millions, under the right conditions. Let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, was cleaning out his dad's garage. Found an old coffee tin full of coins. He figured they were junk, but I convinced him to let me take a peek. Boom! Right on top, a 1989 P quarter with a slightly off-center strike and near-perfect condition. We had it graded MS68. He ended up getting $37,000 for it at auction. And that's not even close to the best-case scenario. So if Dave's old coffee tin had a hidden treasure, maybe your junk drawer does too. Get a magnifying glass or loupe, 10x. Look for doubling, off-centering, or die cracks. Check the mint mark. Look for a clean P under the "In God We Trust" area. Use natural light, a shiny proof, like surface is a good sign. Don't clean the coin, seriously. Never ever. It drops the value big time. Get it graded. Contact grading services like PCGS or NGC. Talk to a coin dealer or auction house. They can help you understand real value. So, is there a $9 million quarter hiding in your couch cushions? There's only one way to find out. Go check your change jars, piggy banks, and those old coin albums from Grandpa. And if you do find something special, don't forget where you heard about it first. Winking face. If you enjoyed this video and want more real tips on coins worth serious money, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who still thinks pennies are just pocket junk. Your next coin could be your $1 million miracle. Thanks for watching and happy hunting.